What is going on, everybody? My name is Japes and welcome to the start of the career mode series, and we're going into it and I'm on my AirJapes FIFA account. I haven't played any career mode on this account. I briefly played some on my other tag, but I wanted to go for an Empowered Championship team just so I'd have a season to get promoted, use some, maybe get some young players into the squad, but I could not decide which team to use. I asked on Facebook a couple weeks ago now and said, if I were to do Ultimate Team or Career Mode series, what would you guys like to see me use? And so I went with the only method that I could think of, and that was closing my eyes and scrolling through as quickly as I could and see what team that I would come up and land on, and that would be the team that I would go with, and that team is Blackpool, the team who was once in the Premier League and has gone through, I believe, all of the divisions of English football, and we're going to take them over. We're going to put it on Sterling's because, hey, the team is in England. I'm going to change the arena around because I want to play in a park that does not have any rain, and that is the Waldstadion. So we've got sunshine, cloudy, and nighttime. Perfectly fine with me. Gonna have to use the default squads here because this was recorded when I couldn't get online because of the my internet being down, so I wouldn't have been able to download the online squad updates anyways. We're gonna go ahead and put our name in. First name Air, last name Japes, and that's gonna be two words. First name, last name, Japes, Air Japes, if you will. And on we go. And we're gonna be from the good old US of A, which is where I am from. Decided shirt and tie is probably most my style. Navy suit is classic. I've got light skin and I'm a pretty darn slim guy. I'm set to take Blackpool by storm, and I'm going to go ahead and fast forward some of the parts of the career mode, but I'm going to try to show you guys just about everything because that seems to be my style, and I actually might switch these up to more of a, well, I've got quite a bit of time recorded already, and I am quite a bit ahead to begin with here, but once I catch up, which I will undoubtedly let myself do, I'll probably do more of a let's play sort of thing where I, put my little mug up there and we go through career mode. But checking out the squad, and I was shocked and thrilled. Ince Phillips are both young, and I'm sure they have good potential. They're fast, 4-star skills. Eardley, same thing, and Delfonso, he's on loan with us, which I was kind of bummed. I was hoping that he'd be there full time, but and Deco is a loanee for the full season as well. Kind of a bummer because he is actually quite a good player for just a 66 rated overall. But decided to go out and check out what 17-year-olds were in Ultimate Team this year. Between 65 and 75, because we'll definitely be able to fit them into our lineup. Adrian looks ridiculous, and I would very much like to have him. Raheem Sterling, I've seen loads of people get him in career mode, so just me being me, I'm probably going to stay away from him. It's just more of my style. And I see this Tony Vilhena, and I decided to check 4-star skills, 5-star weak foot, and high agility and balance and ball skills, and I decided, you know what, this might be our first guy that we want to go after. He might be the first signing, and we go ahead and I went for players that are on loan because, maybe I could do a loan to buy sort of deal, and there really wasn't much coming up, and I wanted to get, some of the, I don't really want to pay that much of a wage, and I just inquired about Bittencourt because he's ridiculous. He does play for Dortmund, and he is loan listed, so I thought, hey, maybe, if we inquire. Same thing with Mitchell Weiser. He's newly with Bayern. And Muniesa, and I decided, hey, a Barcelona player can't be that bad. That's something that I can work with. We'll inquire about him and see what is up. Adrian, the inquiry, 4.9 mil. I don't have anything close to the transfer budget for that. Same with Capernese. But Vilhena, 1.7 is what they said, and I'm not going to pay 1.7. I want to pay about 1 million coins for him. I'm going to throw another player in there to try to get up more to that 1.7 range that they might be hoping for. Throw in Taylor Fletcher because I just don't see... The way I am with career mode, I like bringing in, especially when you start in lower leagues, I think it's important to bring in young players. And when I do that, I think, I look at it as a business. And I wrote my senior thesis when I was in college was, I wrote why I like the promotion and relegation system in relevance to the ML, the way that U.S. sports are set up with a playoff system. And the reason I like promotion and relegation is because it leaves room for entrepreneurship. And you guys are going to say, Japes, what are you talking about exactly? And theoretically, someone could purchase a club in the bottom tier of English football, invest some money in the club and bring in some players, bringing in the players can theoretically, if you bring in the right players, the better players, you can get that club promotion and can go theoretically all the way up to the top flight in the Premier League and then sell the club on or start selling the players on, and you're going to make some money actually. And that's kind of the way I look at it. Buy a bunch of these young players now before they get to be, really hotshot talents, and if I can bring them in now while I'm still in one of the lower leagues, mind you, the N-Power Championship is still a very, very strong league. But it's not the Premier League yet. I'm not competing with the likes of Liverpool and Chelsea and and Arsenal and Manchester United, Manchester City for that matter. I'm not competing with them for the same exact players. Obviously, they're going to be in for some of these young players to put them on their bench and go through loan spells and things of that nature. But I'm going to actually be able to put a lot of these guys into my starting lineup, and that's kind of what I'm going through here. And I shortlisted a lot of guys, and I inquired about a lot. I inquired, Leandro from Brazil. This guy looks ridiculous, and he's way out of my price range, but every so often, you just got to go for it. And I put, Ian Evan in there. He's an older center back at 30. He would be a very good stalwart, but I saw we had a guy named Cathcart on our team, and Cathcart's a 69 rated player, and he's much younger. And this Moralia I went after. He looked great. 1.1 million rated, 19 years old, 69. He's got great ball skills, great tackling ability, and he would slot in well. I'm going to play Blackpool's 4-3-3. I like that formation with the three up top, a center mid. I might make it more of a center attacking mid if I go for a custom formation. But we get Tony Vilhena, which is amazing. We're going to go ahead and accept that absolutely. Taylor Fletcher and 1 million coins. He's going to work in nicely into our midfield. I tried to throw Muniesa a really low contract offer after he said okay to us. But then I went back through and I looked at his height, and he's a really short center back. So I decided to go after Samuel Umtiti, and we're throwing, crazy offers out. I'm hoping Leon will bite on a player. He's a young guy as well, 70 overall. He'll slot in nicely. He would do, he's essentially trading 1-for-1 with Ian Evatt sort of thing, and except he's 18 years old and he probably has a lot higher potential, and he can grow with the side if we're able to gain promotion into the Premier League, which obviously is going to be the goal. The board expects me to get promoted, and I'm pretty darn sure that I'm supposed to do, quarterfinals in the cup. But we get Valon Berisha from Red Bull Salzburg, 1.4 million rated. I paid 500,000 for him, so that is a fantastic bit of business, and when you can get something like that, that's just amazing. Vilhena signs, competition for Grandin, and can't say I'm super familiar with loads of Blackpool players. I haven't, it's near impossible to watch a championship match here on TV in the States unless I could obviously find a stream for the most part, but even then sometimes those streams are a bit difficult to find. Went back through my lineup and said, I only have 2.6 remaining in my transfer budget. I'd really like a little bit more, so I'm going to go ahead and try to list a bunch of these guys up for loan to get a little more space in my wage budget, or list them up, as transfers and try to get a little bit more money to go after some of these younger players that, I've put on my short list that I might be able to get if I'm lucky. We brought in Vilhena, we've brought in Berisha, and Flamingo has accepted our offer for Moralia at this point in time. So we've brought in a center mid, a center defensive mid, and a center attacking mid that looked like they had some good potential for the future for me. So I'm excited about that, and when you bring in the kind of players that you want, when I look at players, especially low rated, I'm looking at ball skills. Berisha's only 3-star skills, which generally I prefer 4, but that's okay. He had a long shot trait, which is excellent for that, that attacking mid. He can play, his positions were center attacking mid, center mid, left wing, and center forward. So he's a great squad player for us as well. Even if he doesn't stay as the starter for very long, he'll still be able to rotate in and out of the squads where we need. And there he is, bag a bargain. And that's, whenever the media says you've bagged a bargain, that's what you want to see. And there's Moralia signing for his transfer. 300,000 pounds is just so simple. It's so good when you can do a little bit of business like that for a player valued as much as he is. That's just fantastic. Slot him into the side right alongside, we got Barry Ferguson in there right now, but he's a little bit older as well, and we'll probably try to use him in a swap deal, but this is, a bag of bargain. 300,000 is supposed to be one of the deals of the year so far, which is excellent. So that is where we are going to leave it here at this episode of Career Mode. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to call this series yet, so if you have something clever that you think I should call it, go ahead and let me know. If you did enjoy it, a like or thumbs up is always greatly appreciated. If this video does pretty well. I'll upload another one of these today. Other than that, my name is Japes, and I will catch you all next time.